Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Here I am fine. Again, in front of you with one more part of the lesson. Children, we are dealing the lesson atoms and molecules. The last part you have learned about how to write a chemical formula for compounds, atomic mass, molecular mass, formula unit mass. So today we are going to continue with the next part, that is mole concept. Children, you have to remember atomic masses of few elements, valences of few elements, and the charges of both cations and anions. In this lesson, those tables, whatever the tables you find in your textbook, all the tables are important. Keep in mind that till inter, these are important. Keep everything in the mind and by heart each and every table what you have in the textbook. All get your textbooks and read each and everything from the textbook also. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, the crisscross method, writing a formula any way you can do. Okay, formula is more important for us to get it. Okay, so gram atomic mass. Here we have to remember what is gram atomic mass. Already in the last part you have learned atomic mass. Atomic mass, which is expressed in grams, is called gram atomic mass of that element. Okay, you have to remember like this. For example, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1U. Already we have discussed in the last class. So gram atomic mass of hydrogen will be 1G. If you remember the atomic mass of hydrogen is 16, then gram atomic mass of oxygen will be 16G. So in this way, you have to remember that to convert atomic mass into gram atomic mass, just we have to replace U with G. Okay, and one more point you remember here, that the amount of an element having mass equal to gram atomic mass is called gram atom or G atom of that element. So 1 gram atom of hydrogen consists of 1G, 1 gram atom of oxygen consists of 16G. If you know with carbon, atomic mass is 12. So 1 gram atom of carbon, that gives you 12G. Like that you can convert all the atomic masses of different elements into gram atomic mass. So gram molecular mass. So like how you converted atomic mass, we have molecular mass also. In the last class we have learned and we calculated few examples. So molecular mass expressed in grams is called gram molecular mass of a substance. For example, you know what is a molecule? H2 is a molecule. I hope you remembered. And you have to differentiate what is atom and what is molecules and all this lesson. Each and every part you read, children, from the text also. So molecular mass of H2 is 2U. So I can write gram molecular mass of H2 will be as 2G. Just listen carefully here. Molecular mass of O2, that gives you 32U. Gram molecular mass of O2 will be 32G. Similarly, molecular mass of H2O. H2O means, just remember, H2 means 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen plus atomic mass of oxygen. 2 plus 16, that gives you 18U actually. So gram molecular mass will be 18G. Similarly, when you go with the molecular mass of CO2, 1 into atomic mass of carbon plus 2 into atomic mass of oxygen. That gives you 12 plus 16, that gives you 44. So then gram molecular mass of CO2 will be 44G. So one thing here also you have to remember, that to convert a molecular mass into gram molecular mass, we have to simply replace U by G. And in other way also you can remember, the amount of a substance having mass equal to its gram molecular mass is called 1 gram molecule of that substance. So for example, 1 gram molecule of H2 consists of 2G, 1 gram molecule of O2 consists of 12G, 1 gram molecule of H2O consists of 18G, 1 gram molecule of CO2 consists of 42G. Each and every point, be attentive and listen, children. Everything I am not writing, listen carefully. So like gram atomic mass, gram molecular mass, we have gram formula unit mass also. Formula unit mass expressed in grams is called a gram formula unit mass. This amount is called a 1 gram formula unit. Already in your example, we have done formula unit mass of NaCl, that is 58.5 U. Then gram formula unit of NaCl will be 58.5 G. So with that, all the three I completed, like a gram atomic mass, gram molecular mass, and a gram formula unit mass. That is more important for this mole concept. Children, carefully listen here. So in everyday, when we buy things, the terms of number or in terms of mass or weight. So generally, a bigger unit for counting numbers such as dozen, 12 in number, score, 20 in number, or a gross, it is 144 is used. And similarly, a bigger unit for mass like kg or quintal is used. For example, if we want to buy eggs, bananas, oranges, we go in dozens. Whereas when we buy wheat, rice or sugar, we go in kgs. We don't buy wheat by counting grains because a small mass of wheat contains a large number of grains. Similarly, atoms and molecules, listen carefully, are so small particles that they cannot be seen. So hence, to handle them, a large amount of a chemical substance has to be taken. So chemists introduced the concept mole as a bigger unit of expressing a definite amount of a chemical substance. Okay, the amount may be expressed in the terms of a mass or number or volume. Here, in your textbook, we use only mass and number. In the higher classes, we use related to volume also. And this mole concept is very important till 12th standard. In stoichiometry, you're going to get each and everything in detail. So these are the fundamentals. Carefully listen and do the numericals. Okay. So we know that atoms and molecules are very small in size. The number is really very large actually. Even in a small amount of substance, we find a very large number of atoms or molecules. So how many molecules are there in 18 grams of water? Can you tell? Or how many atoms are there in 12 grams of carbon? Can you tell? So you will be surprised to know that number of molecules in 18 grams of water and the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon are the same. So this number is very large. Okay. To handle such large numbers, a unit called mole is introduced. And this is a number quantity. So we are going to learn about mole in the next part of our lesson. Listen carefully, children. The word mole was introduced by William Osbald, who derived the term from the Latin word moles, meaning a heap or pile. I hope you know what is a heap. A mole substance may be considered as a heap of atoms or molecules. The unit mole was accepted actually in 1967 to provide a simple way of reporting a large number of the massive heap of atoms and molecules in a sample or in a chemical substance. Children, listen the definition of a mole. A mole of a substance is the amount of substance which contains as many particles. That means here the particles in the form of, it can be in the form of atoms or molecules or ions, whatever we are discussing till now, or entities that are equal to the atoms present in 12 grams of carbon-12 isotope. Or in other way also, I'll define, just listen. A mole of particles, the particles can be in the form of atoms, molecules or ions, is defined as that amount of a substance which contains the same number of particles as there are in carbon-12 atoms in 12 grams of C12 isotope. Here I told it's a mole of a substance. When you go to a mole of atoms, a mole of atoms is defined as the amount of a substance. Here the amount of a substance means maybe any element which has mass equal to gram atomic mass. Already I have told what is gram atomic mass. Atomic mass expressed in grams. Just listen carefully, children, here. 1 mole of nitrogen atoms is equal to 1 gram atom of nitrogen, that is atomic mass of nitrogen, you know, that is 14g. That will come to 14g. So when you go to 1 mole of oxygen atom, that is 1 gram atom of oxygen, that gives you 16g. Children, you have to remember atomic masses I told. That is more important in this lesson. A mole of molecules is defined as the amount of a substance in the form of element or a compound which has a mass equal to gram molecular mass expressed in grams. Already I have discussed about this. 1 mole of a nitrogen, that means N2, that gives you 1 gram molecule of N2. Already we have discussed N2O2, H2. They don't exist in single atom, they exist in diatomic atoms. So this is N2 is nothing but 2 atoms of nitrogen. So atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. So 2 into 14 gives us to 28. Like that, when you go with oxygen, 1 mole of oxygen O2 is 1 gram molecule of O2. That is equal to, because we know atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 atoms of oxygen, that means 2 into 16, that gives you 32g. Now when you go to the water, 1 mole of water H2O, 1 gram molecule of H2O is equal to. So here how to get 18 there? So number of atoms in water is 2 into 1 atom of hydrogen plus 1 into 1 atom of hydrogen. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, 2 into 1, 2, plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 plus 16, that gives rise to 18. So this each is linkma. So whatever the last lesson you have learned, that all you have to keep in the mind for this today's class. Okay, now you have to remember the number of particles in the form of atoms or molecules present in 1 mole of a substance has a fixed value of 6.022 into 10 power 23. This number is called Avogadro constant. So in other also you can remember a mole of particles defined as amount of a substance which contains Avogadro number of particles. What is Avogadro number here? 6.022 into 10 power 23. Amedeo Avogadro is an Italian scientist. In his honor, Avogadro's constant was given, which is equivalent to 6.022 into 10 power 23. Children, carefully listen here. 1 mole of carbon atom consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 carbon atoms. Similarly, 1 mole of oxygen atom consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 oxygen atoms. When you go with a 1 mole of O2 molecule, it consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules of oxygen. That means here O2. When you go with 1 mole of H2O molecule, it consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules of H2O. Similarly, 1 mole of CO2 molecules consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules of CO2. Just listen here. As a dozen is used for any 12 articles, similarly, 1 mole of particles in general means Avogadro number of particles. Remember this. As a dozen is used for any articles. Like that, 1 mole of particles in general means Avogadro number of particles. Just listen. If you go with a 1 mole of electron means Avogadro number of electrons. So remember that. So 1 mole of carbon atom, Avogadro number of carbon atoms. 1 mole of oxygen molecule, Avogadro number of molecules of oxygen, like that. Okay, 1 mole of CO2 molecules, Avogadro number of CO2 molecules. Already you know what is Avogadro number. Avogadro number is 6.022 into 10 power 23. And to make it more clear, just listen children here. When you speak 1 mole of hydrogen is an incomplete statement. 1 mole of hydrogen, that means we have to say 1 mole of hydrogen atoms or 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. Okay, 1 mole of hydrogen atom is equal to Avogadro number of atoms of hydrogen. Already I told that is 6.022 into 10 power 23 atoms of hydrogen. That is equal to gram atomic mass of hydrogen. We know what is gram atomic mass. So that equal to 1g. Similarly, 1 mole of H2 molecule, that is equal to Avogadro molecules of hydrogen, that is H2. So Avogadro number means here 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules of H2. Here H2, 2 atoms of hydrogen. So I have to write 2 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 atoms of hydrogen, because each molecule of H2 contains 2 atoms of hydrogen. Remember that. Next, that is equal to gram molecule of hydrogen. What happens now? The answer will be 2G. Okay. Similarly, when we say 1 mole of nitrogen atom or 1 mole of nitrogen molecule, like that you can go with anything. And when you are writing instead of MOLE, we write MOL only. Okay. Keep everything in the mind. This is more important concept. So it is molar mass. The mass of 1 mole of a substance which is expressed in grams is called its molar mass. We know the molecular mass of water H2O, that is 18 U. The molar mass of water will be 18 G. That means in 18 U, water has 1 molecule of water, but 18 grams of water, 18 G of water has 1 molecule of water, consists of 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules. You have to remember this way, children. 1 G of hydrogen atom consists of Avogadro atoms of hydrogen. Similarly, when you go with oxygen, 16 G of oxygen atom consists of Avogadro number of atoms of oxygen. When you go to the molecule, that is O2, 2 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16, that is 32. 32 G of oxygen molecule consists of Avogadro number of molecules of oxygen. Similarly, when you go with H2 molecule, that is 2G of hydrogen molecule consists of Avogadro number of molecules of hydrogen. Why I have used here Avogadro? Avogadro is nothing but we know already 6.022 into 10 power 23. So 1 mole in the form of 1 gram hydrogen atom. 1 mole we can write like this also. Avogadro number atoms of hydrogen. 1 mole is equal to 32 G of oxygen molecule, or 1 mole is equal to 6.02 into 10 power 23 molecules of oxygen. Similarly, 1 mole I can write 2G of hydrogen molecule, or Avogadro number molecules of hydrogen. Similarly, 1 mole is equal to 16G of oxygen atom, or 6.022 into 10 power 23 atoms of oxygen. I hope you have understood up to here. Children, in today's class, we have learned about the mole concept. So I hope you have understood. Once read the text also.